Welcome back, friends. Welcome back, party people, to the Fireside Chat. It's your boy Jack Catastrophe
And Shade.
and his boy Shade, and we are coming at you live from 86.5 The Vibe. So before we get started, I wanted to begin with a quote of the day because, I don't know, why not? So the quote of the day is it's actually from Winnie the Pooh, believe it or not, Shade.
Winnie the Pooh. I love Winnie the Pooh.
You used to love Winnie
Well,
the Pooh. You don't
yeah,
still love
exactly.
Winnie the Pooh. Okay. We all used to love Winnie the Pooh, but the quote goes, "What's the bravest thing you've ever said?" asked Piglet. And asked for help, said Pooh. And so
Oh,
yeah.
that's actually really sweet. That's really nice.
And so I guess you know what I'm saying is I know it takes a lot to ask for help. But you know, we're all in this thing together, and so, you know, Suicide Awareness Month, if you're feeling some type of way, definitely reach out to somebody. Say something to anybody. The Suicide Awareness Hotline. We'll post it in the comments of this section. And just reach out to somebody. Reach out to anybody. Because we're all there for each other. And suicide is a permanent solution to what is more likely than not a temporary problem.
Indeed.
And, you know, I actually saw something, and it was saying that, you know, of the Golden Gate Bridge survivors, most of the people that jump off it die, but a lot of it's like 10% that survive. And all of them said that right as they jumped, in that moment, they realized that every problem they had was fixable, but the fate they had chosen for themselves was not fixable, and they wished that they could have another chance at life. And so my point is, you know, don't go through this alone.
Indeed.
Depression is a dark thing, but with that being said, I like it how we go from like sweet to sad to now we're about to get kind of mad.
Kind of mad. Okay.
Kind of mad.
Kind of angry.
Kind of angry. Yeah.
Kind of pissed off. All right. What's grinding your gears?
I think they said October 28th. They want to have Trump's nominee confirmed basically 1 week before the election.
Wait. For replacing Ruth Bader Ginsburg?
Yeah.
Already?
They're going to announce a replacement on Saturday.
Yikes.
Just 8 days after her death.
Oh my god. Well, I mean, I guess that is technically the system.
No, it's definitely it's definitely the system.
That's like what the system's supposed
the Constitution,
to do, I guess.
The way it's set up, it says that you know, the president shall appoint with the advice and consent of the Senate, and quite frankly, it doesn't say the Senate has to approve. And yeah, but it says that that's what'll happen, and so there's a vacancy. Trump is gonna fill it. I think I think a lot of people are mad at Trump, and I think that you think that I'm more mad at Trump, but I'm actually mad at the vote. I'm actually mad at voters.
At voters.
I'm actually mad at my fellow citizens. I feel like most people are Democrats. I feel like most people, you know, choose to stay home. They don't see the importance in an election. I don't know. You know, like I'm not a big tool for the Democratic Party by any stretch of the word. I'm a liberal. I was gonna say I'm a liberal thinking guy.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't argue that the Democratic Party is. I would argue that it's a friend of liberals, but only in the sense of the enemy of my enemy is my friend. But that's just me.
No, I think I understand where you're getting at. That makes some sense to me personally as a completely non-partisan individual. Like, makes sense.
No, I mean, and I even think, conservatives have some things right. But no, the
Oh,
point
how could they
is,
not? I mean, everybody has some things right.
the,
Right.
yeah, definitely. No, I think, but no, I think the point is, conservatives set a standard in 2016 that, to be frank, it would probably be best for the country if they followed. Um, I'm sure the Supreme Court is out of session. Um, I'm not sure if the Supreme Court is out of session or not, but the point is, I think the Supreme Court is in session from it starts in March or April. Do you know?
I don't know.
I'm not sure. The point is that they set a standard, and apparently that standard was fine in 2016, and it ain't fine now. And it's crazy because you have people like Lindsey Graham. Lindsey Graham in 2016, I think it was 2016 or 2018. He had the nerve to say, "Take my word for it right now. Use my words against me. We won't do it." Da, 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 da. Yeah,
No.
he said, "Yep, use my words against me. Call me a hypocrite." Like, he
No.
did.
He did?
He did. Look it up right
What are
now.
they
He did.
calling him now?
They need to call him
No, that's
something.
awful. Yeah, they need to call him something.
He said, "Use my
No.
Google right now. Use my words against me, Lindsey
Use
Graham."
my
Like,
words against
it's
me.
crazy stuff, and you have a bunch of them on the record. Hold on, you have Marco Rubio who said, "I don't think we should be moving on a nominee in the last year of this president's term," and I would say that if it was a Republican president, it's a Republican president now, Marco. It's the last year of his term. And the craziest part is, Republicans could say, okay, we won't confirm the nominee unless we win. That would be a very amicable solution,
He is quoted in saying, and this is according to an article that I found on Google. I actually can't confirm it right now, so full disclosure, we don't know. But he said that I want you to use my. This is Lindsey Graham. I want you to use my words against me. If there's a Republican president in 2016 and a vacancy occurs in the last year of the first term, you can say Lindsey Graham said, let's let the next president, whoever it might be, make that nomination. And you can use those words against me, and you'd be absolutely right.
And you would be absolutely. So this is just a bunch of foolishness, to be honest with you, because here's the thing. They should have just taken up Merrick Garland for a vote. Vote him up or vote him down. But the problem is Merrick Garland was too centrist. And one, they didn't like the idea of a centrist taking the place of someone who was a strict, had a strict interpretation of the Constitution. And yeah, but two, I think that they didn't want to be viewed as radical for voting him down, from an electoral, from a voting standpoint. And so yeah, so here's my advice for liberals. My advice to the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party has talked about their response being to pack the court is one of their responses, and their other response is to end the filibuster. Shay, thoughts on that?
Huh. Well, I personally have to say I am not as versed in exactly what goes on with like this. I've never really seen it personally, so it's like I don't have a lot of personal context as far as what happens with like the new Supreme Court justices. However, from what I understand of it so far, certainly it's a strategic move, right? That's like the idea to like get something in early. That way you can redefine the judicial branch before an election happens, right? So I guess, I mean, I understand why they would want to do this. I understand that it's probably beneficial to get someone in early, but the thing is, so you're saying that they're going to end the filibuster.
Yeah,
Um,
if the
in
Democrats
response to
take
this,
over,
exactly in
some
response
of
to
them are
this.
saying that the response. Some are. There is no unified
But
Democratic
well, so
response.
that's the thing, and I don't know if they're going to get a unified response on the Democratic side. Right now, things are so flustered that I mean, maybe that does happen, maybe it doesn't happen, but either way, I think with a more conservative leaning judiciary, that might not actually matter. They're going to have a lot that they can do right now. And I know that the Republicans are really looking a lot at Roe v. Wade and a woman's right to choose.
And that
That's
using
going to be the
Planned
big one.
Parenthood v.
Yeah.
Casey against women. Yep.
Yep.
Turning
And
around and
I
using
think
their own
I
ruling against them.
right. I think legislation is going to be the big topic of the next several years. And regardless of whether or not the election goes Republican or Democrat, I think that's going to be more of an issue. And whether the Democrats can get it together or not, I think they've got quite a bit to work towards right now, and they need to be kind of unifying as much as they possibly can. I guess would be what I'm kind of getting at.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Me, myself, and I just feel like I said, like, everybody is like, because what Republicans want to do is they want to take one of the most liberal justices on the court and turn it into a conservative seat. And like what that will do to the court versus like legislating from the bench is unfortunate, but that's the way that this country at this point is operating, by legislating from the bench. And so you're going to have, this court that is super, conservative and striking stuff down left and right, while you have a country that is just getting more and more, to the left. And I just don't know how that dynamic is going to play out when court rulings occur that people don't like. You already see how, we see our cities are burning for days straight. This to some extent, and I think it's just a phase. Like, like in 1968, it looked like the end of the world. And it's 2020 and it looks like 1968 all over again. But no, and then, Democrats talk about getting rid of the filibuster and packing the Supreme Court. So if Democrats were to get rid of the filibuster, they would be able to do anything they want from a legislative standpoint. There would be no stopping them. Once they pack the Supreme Court, from a judicial standpoint, there would be no point in stopping them, or there would be no way to stop them. The point of both of those mechanisms is to give the minority some semblance of power, some semblance of, hey, like, the court is the fail-safe to protect the minority, and the minority interests across the country, whether it's the minority party in Congress or whether it's the minorities of a variety of different backgrounds, and the rights and civil liberties of the individual American. I just I really don't know, and so you get rid of those fail safes to protect, and that's the thing, is it's going to come back around on the Democrats, because those fail safes have protected them in some instances. The court has ruled in their favor on several occasions. Understand the legalization of gay marriage, right? The gay marriage ruling. And think about it. Conservatives don't like it. You pack the Supreme Court and then you reissue another ruling. And there you go. And we're set back. And then, the new party comes in, and then the Democrats come in. They're like, okay, well, we're going to pack the Supreme Court this way. And with no protection for the minority, there's no guarantee the minority ever becomes the majority again, because you have to think when you talk about voting restrictions and stuff like that, conservatives would definitely love to get involved in that. And with no checks on anything from the court system or none of that, it's like, yeah, well, it's taking away any of their protections to uh, balance things out to some extent and to slow down a radical agenda either from the left or from the right. And so the filibuster has already been greatly diminished. To some extent, I think the filibuster, Americans may as well do away with it. I think at this point, we've gotten too childish. We've gotten a little too childish to have a filibuster, but packing the Supreme Court is just it's a wild thought to me. And so for me, what I would tell people is, I would say, I know a lot of people are like, well, what do we do? What do we do? Like, we're supposed to fight back, right? We're supposed to resist. We're supposed to fight. Like, you're supposed to vote. John Lewis told you to vote. Go vote. Go register people to vote. Go donate to groups that are registering people to vote. Go vote. And you know what? As far as the Supreme Court seat goes, vote blue until that Supreme Court seat is, appointed by a Democrat again. So whoever Trump, nominates,
Quite
I
frankly,
guess,
we need to balance this out.
yeah, I was going to say, but you can't balancing it out by packing the Supreme Court, even if Democrats say it's just a one-time thing, because it would be 6 Republican appointed justices versus 3 Democrats. So if you were to pack it with just 2 additional Democrats, you would still have a majority of conservatives on the court, but it would be a bad move. And then, getting rid of the filibuster, it would just be interesting. And getting rid of the filibuster is impacting the Supreme Court. A lot of Americans don't understand. It's much easier than it sounds. To pack the Supreme Court, there is no finite number of justices. Not mandated by the Constitution or anything.
There's not?
No. So to pack the Supreme Court, all the president has to do is say, I nominated this person. And the Senate say, we would love to act on it. That's all it takes. Republicans could
really?
right now say, yeah. Republicans could right now say, bet. Y'all want to talk that good stuff? We're going to pack the Supreme Court.
Really?
Yeah. I looked it up the other day because I was shocked because
that is shocking.
Democrats thought about packing the Supreme Court in the 1940s for FDR. You remember that? And they decided not to pack the Supreme Court, but they never made it against the law.
Huh.
You see what I'm saying? Like, the Democrats told the president, they're like, we don't want to do that because it would do irreversible damage to our democracy.
Yeah.
And so everybody backed away. And
how is that not unconstitutional?
Because the Constitution never mandates a number of justices. So throughout our time, we've actually had a variety of number of justices. I was reading up on the history of this the other day.
I didn't know that at all.
We've had a variety of different numbers, and we're actually supposed to have one for every circuit district. So I believe there's 10 circuit districts now. And so like we would add a new seat to the Supreme Court every time we added a new circuit of appeals. Yeah. Wow. And so you would appoint a justice from said circuit so that there is always diversity on the court.
What? That's so interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, crazy stuff.
I guess that actually makes a lot of sense.
Crazy, crazy stuff. So that isn't against the rules at all. To pack the Supreme Court, it's against the rules of collegiality. It's like stealing signs in baseball for those Houston Astro fans out there. Apparently, it's not against the written rules, but it's a bad look.
Yeah, it's unsavory.
Yeah, and so and then getting rid of the filibuster is also easy. All you have to do is stop recognizing it.
Yeah, well, I mean, exactly, pretty much.
It's that simple. We don't reckon the filibuster is done here. And it's just It's crazy. This is a crazy time to be an American. What a time to be alive. Released, I think it released 5 years ago, a few days ago. And yeah, what a time to be alive. With that being said, you're listening to 86.5 The Vibe. We are going to take a quick break and we will be right back at you.
'86.5 The Vibe. Oh, we're back. And Jack, I believe you have some finance news
Guys,
from
Zoom
us.
is on the move. Zoom is on the move. I'll say it one more time. Everybody in the club is like Zoom. Like, Zoom, 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 and make your heart go boom, boom, boom. Zoom is up like $400 in the last year. And I'm not going to tell you all it's going to go to 1,000, but if you've been paying attention, and I don't know if you guys have been listening or how long you've been listening, but we've talked about how COVID is expected to get worse in the winter months and things are expected to close down again. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you all that Zoom is going to hit $1,000. It's about to break 500 now. I told my cousins to hop in it back when it was at like 320. I wish that I had been in stocks. I wish I had been in stocks, back then so that I would have gotten in it honestly sooner. Like had you gotten in 5 years ago, shares are like $30. You could have spent $300 at 10 shares. Like think about the math on that. Crazy stuff. But so yeah, if you're not in Zoom and if you're on Robinhood, you don't have to buy a full share. You can just invest, $10, $15 and it'll grow your bread. So definitely think about downloading like Robinhood or Webull or something. I think that's what it's called, Webull. Definitely think about downloading one of those finance apps and getting involved in, some investing. That being said, I think our next subject is going to be fitness.
Fitness.
And Shade, I gotta ask you, how has the gallon challenge been going?
Gallon challenge. Okay, so this is probably like day 6, day 5, day 6, something like that. I don't know.
For you, yeah, day 5.
Yeah,
All right,
day
for
5.
me, day 8.
And well, it's not perfect, but I got probably about 5.5, 5 3/4 bottles in today. So out of 8, it's not the worst. I will say, I've got another quarter of a bottle right there on the table, and even right now, I'm feeling pretty great. You're not lying. The water does wonders. I will say, I feel like it has, just because my body's not used to it, given me like a little tummy. It's giving me a little water weight.
Yeah.
but other than that, it's been fantastic. And I feel really good. I've been sleeping better. That's one very interesting thing that I noticed. I've felt the need to eat less. So if you're trying to lose weight, and a lot of us are, let's be fair, a lot of us are.
If you're mid-20s.
Yeah,
Struggle of life.
starting to get to late 20s. Yeah, you're probably a little pudgy, especially in these COVID times. Let's be fair. We've all gone to, our Chipotle in our little pickup lines. We've all...
Are you trying to talk about somebody in general, or are you just talking?
I'm definitely talking about myself.
Are you talking in general? Oh, you're talking about yourself. Okay.
I'm talking about myself and every other 26-year-old male here.
I was gonna say I was feeling a little self-conscious, but if you're talking about yourself, we don't have to step outside. Like,
well, but see, that's what I'm saying. It's relatable. Like, yeah.
Can't argue that. Cannot argue that.
But yeah, we put on a little bit of pounds. That's okay. But the water definitely takes away some of that appetite. It sits.
Oh yeah, for sure. I was gonna say no. The gallon challenge. We're gonna keep it up for 30 days. We're gonna keep you updated, let you know how we're doing. Today looks like it's gonna be the first day that I don't complete my gallon.
No,
I was at 6 when I came here, so I'd have 2 more to finish.
I've got 2 bottles of water.
Well, maybe I'll complete it on the air then. Who knows?
Who knows?
But we'll keep y'all updated on that. Another thing I want to talk to y'all about, something I didn't notice until my cousin was trying to stretch me out the other day. We got to stretch.
You out.
Like, I was laying on the floor. like how you stretch like an athlete out, like pushing their leg back and stuff and moving their leg around. Yeah, because I was so tight, like from running and stuff. I was like, bro, like he said, it was shameful. How stiff.
Shameful.
How stiff I was. It was shameful.
No,
it was shameful.
No,
that's the only word to use. It was disgraceful. It was so bad that I'm not going to take the time to comment. I'm not going to take the time to paint the picture on air for you because I don't want you all to view me differently. But what I will say is my niece even came up and was like, what is this? Like, what's going on here? Like, no, it's wild. Like,
okay.
And you have to think, like,
what stretches did you do?
Like I said, the one. So this is when you have someone else to stretch you. You can do the one where they push your leg back and they they push your leg around towards you and then they push it to the left and then they push it to the right. Then they push it in some to get your glute. But yeah, so he was trying to push my leg back and yeah. I'm not going to say, you know what? I almost started to say.
Nah, you gotta tell our viewers. At least. You don't have to tell me. I won't listen. I'll take my headphones off.
Cover your ears. Like, guys, I'm not going to lie to you. Like, I had, you know how you can do 6 inches, like off the ground when you're laying on your back? Well, I'm going to say I could barely do 2 feet, like stretching wise. Like, no, that's a lie. I could get to about 3. Like, nah, 2.5. It was ugly. It was really, really bad. And the worst part about it was like, I got the 2.5 and was like ready to cry. Like,
no.
It was like tears of pain / joy. Like, it felt so good. It hurts so good. Like, when you're that like tight and sore, like I was like, damn. I was like, man, like I said, I guess my point is I'm sure you're not all as tight as myself. Like, I'm stiff as a board, but I've been stretching every day since then. That happened to me on Saturday. No, that happened to me on Friday, and I have been stretching relentlessly since then. Like, probably 15 minutes 3 times a day. Like,
wow.
But my point is
you might be
if you're not stretching, you said I might be overstretching. Oh no. Like, when I say it was disgraceful, I mean, like, you have to understand, like, we used to do, Shane and I both used to do, like, martial arts and taekwondo. Like, I used to be able to kick, above your head. Like, if you were, like a 6-foot mannequin, I could kick at, like, an above your head, like, and hold my foot, like, above your head. Like, and now, like, not to be able to, like, like I said,
I feel
it's shameful. Like, you want to talk about aging? That's where I've aged physically. Running wise, I'm about where I've been.
I can't stretch.
Physically, I'm about I'm stronger than I've ever been for sure. But that's that old man strength. But
all right, well, you know
no,
what?
flexibility wise,
you convinced me. I'm gonna get on the stretching game.
You all have to think about it right now. If you're listening, when was the last time you took 15 minutes to stretch? And fun fact: if you stretch before bed. If you stretch when you wake up, it'll help you wake up. But if you stretch before bed, it'll help you go to sleep.
Really?
Isn't that odd? Yeah.
That's amazing to hear. I need that.
You need that in your life. Yeah, no. It's incredible. A good stretch will wake you right up, and a good stretch will put you right to sleep. Like, stuff is wild.
Why has no one ever told me to stretch before bed?
I don't know. I don't know why people, like I said, I feel like people only emphasize stretching before like we'd work out
Yeah.
when we were kids.
Yeah,
And there needs to be an
seriously.
emphasis on stretching all the time. It's great for your muscles. And honestly, I believe it's one of the things that's going to keep you young. Stretching, like it's even good for your circulation and whatnot. Like,
Even in my guitar classes, I teach people to stretch certain parts of their hand and arm and like certain fingers and things like that. And it does wonders. He's absolutely right.
oh yeah, no, I do not doubt it at all. So, we got a shade. I'm not gonna lie to you, brother. We got an inquiry.
Oh.
Somebody sent us something, and they had something they wanted us to talk about. And I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not happy to talk about this because
What
it
happened?
frustrates me. Their question was, "What do you do if you match with a girl on Tinder who says she just wants to be friends?"
Huh. Okay.
And I thought to myself, what kind of wild question is that?
What do you mean?
You just be her friend.
Wait.
You just be her friend. You
Wait, no, hold on.
You
Wait, hold up.
you dirty birdies. You just be
Wait,
listen.
wait. Hold on. What do you? Nah, hold up. You don't just wait. What do you mean you just be her friend?
Like you be a normal person and you treat her like a normal person.
Well,
and you message back
duh.
and forth. And
Wait, hold
like,
up.
And like, all right, well, hold on. Hear me out.
Okay.
You just be her friend. And I'm going to say a few things. I'm going to say, one, you never know. She might be cool. She might be one of the best friends you ever have.
Sure.
Two, you might not know who she knows. Her dad might be, somebody big in the industry you're trying to get into. Or, something of that nature. Three, she might have friends who are attractive, or who you find attractive. Birds of a feather flock together.
Okay.
She might put you on. And four, and my final point is, who knows? Maybe y'all might end up together down the road. But my point is, if she says she just wants to be friends, like, there's no reason to get mad. There's no reason to be like, well, then why are you on Tinder? Like, just be like, okay, cool. Like, if you want to just be friends, like, you seem like a cool person to be friends with. Like,
No, I see where you're coming from. Honestly, I took it the wrong way. I thought you meant like just give up and like kind of like cow down to her. I was just like, hold on, that's terrible advice.
no, nobody's saying. So there's simping and then there's simping. And there's like a lot. No, there's a debate. Simping, like some people would say simping.
I wanted to say
some people would
something
say
about
that
that,
simping
but I was
is,
just like, wait,
no,
hold on.
I'll tackle this issue now. Some people say simping is, degrading a man for treating a woman right. And that's not factual. Simping is elevating a woman who clearly likes you being beneath her.
Yeah.
And so nobody's saying you have to chase her around and give her a bunch of compliments and buy her dinner and she's not interested in you at all.
That's not really being her friend.
And you have to hit her up I'm
like,
saying,
if that's what she wants out of her
be
friends-
her friend like how I'm your friend.
Right. If
we
she
pull up on each other, we hang out, I text you, you text me. Like, I have one of my really good friends, actually. I believe she's a listener. I met her on Tinder. I told her, hey, like, I saw, you said you
Sure,
play
you
Switch.
can meet friends
I saw
on Tinder.
that. No, I told her, hey, I saw you said you play Switch in your profile. What's up? Like, you playing Switch or no? Like, and then she actually beat me in Super Smash Bros. And, yeah.
Well, hey, there you go. Wow.
Yeah, she's no good at Pokemon, though. I tell her that to her face. Like, but, and I scream that to the heavens. But, no, the point is, I met her. Good person. we're great friends on Tinder. We're great friends like in real life now, but I met her on Tinder, and who knows? Who knows? Like, I'm enjoying our friendship. It's wicked cool. Just be her friend. Give it a chance. Give it a chance, guys. Like, give it a chance.
For sure. But, like, you know, so that is the difference, though. I think you bring up a great point. If being her friend involves treating her as a goddess, that is not a friendship.
That's called simping.
Exactly.
Treating
That's
a woman,
worship.
no, being a gentleman.
Worship.
Being a gentleman is cool.
Being a gentleman is
Asking
fine.
a girl, no, you find a girl attractive, ask her out to dinner, and you find her attractive, ask her out to dinner. You can even buy the dinner. That's not simping in my mind. That's being a gentleman,
right.
you know. But you know, like, if she doesn't show you no time of day, if you know you text her, you get a response, you know, 9-10 hours later, the whole time she's been on social media, but then you're gonna ask her, you know, hey, let me take you out to dinner, blah blah blah. Like, that's simping, brother. Like, that's so. I would say that there needs to be, like, you know, there needs to be that talk that everybody has, you know, to clarify what it actually is. You know, it's not being good. It's not being good to your significant other, or even being good to a woman you're interested in. That's not what it is.
No.
It's being good to someone who has no interest in being good to you.
Yep.
And you know what simp is short for is simpleton, because that's what you are if you're wasting your time running around being good to somebody who isn't interested in being good to you, because you're a good person. And because, like, hear me, fellas, hear me out now. Hear me out, girls, too. If you're with a guy, you're chasing after a guy who doesn't appreciate you for what you offer and, you know, who you are as a person. You know, you put your best foot forward, and there's somebody out there who will appreciate that. There's somebody out there who, you know, who's going to take it. The same actions that can make you a simp are the same actions that can make you a gentleman. It's about how they're received.
Absolutely. And then for I guess for the ladies, as far as, I mean, finding quality men, I guess would be the alternative topic there, right? That's like the converse, the anti simp topic. Finding a man that's not a jerk.
You think that's the converse topic? I feel like the converse topic was telling females, like, if he says, like, if he gets weird when you say you just want to be friends, it means he's not interested in you. He's interested in your body.
Oh, okay.
And if you're not interested in that homegirl, you need to move the other way. You need to go in the other direction. Don't try to change him. Most men don't change. Most. I don't believe in generalizations being for all people. And so I would never say the words never, ever, or always. Like, and so I'm not going to say always or every man or whatever. But most men don't change. And so if you say you just want to be friends and he's getting weird about it, like, I'd just be cool off that if I were y'all. That's just me.
That's a good tip.
That's just me. That's some simple advice. I'm nobody special. Look, we're just your roommates, okay? We're just your virtual roommates. You come home after a long day, you put us on. We're just here to talk your ear off, keep you updated on things, keep you laughing, remind you that you're beautiful and that you're going to make it through tomorrow just like you made it through today in one piece. And so let's see. What is our next topic? Oh, our next topic is sports. Sports. So, Floyd Mayweather is thinking about coming back to boxing. What? Can you?
Is he gonna box Mike Tyson?
Is he gonna
Iron
box
Mike who boxed a shark?
No, and Mike Tyson didn't Listen, I'm mad that Mike Tyson and Shark Week advertised that and told me lies. And they lied to me on national television, and that's what's the worst part about it. Like, they said it's Mike Tyson versus a shark. I didn't realize they meant Mike Tyson was just going to put the tracking device on a shark. I thought they meant they were going to put him down there and we were going to see. I thought we were going to see some stuff that PETA would be very upset about. Like, honestly, like, I know that sounds terrible, but yeah, I thought they were going to have him down there in boxing gloves and be like, wasabi.
Bro.
Like,
He beat the shark.
What is Abi? Nah. Floyd is going to fight Logan Paul. Do you know who that is?
I actually don't.
Me neither. Next topic. I think. Okay, I'm going on with a hot take here, and I'm gonna hit y'all with two hot takes for football. The first is. Actually, no, I'm not going to say that about Drew Brees. I was going to say I think Drew Brees is done, but I'm not going to say that about Drew. I still believe I like Drew. I've always liked Drew, and I believe that this is just a moment of struggle, and we've seen signs of regression, but I believe that there's still opportunity for progression when it comes to Drew Brees. I believe you can teach an old dog new tricks, so maybe that's just me being hopeful, but I'm not going to take the hot take and say that Drew is done after this year. With that being said, I am going to say this hot take, and Shay, get ready to look at me like I'm crazy.
Okay.
The Patriots are better with Cam.
Wait.
The Patriots are better off this year having Cam Newton as their quarterback than Tom Brady.
I didn't see this.
Than Mr. Brady.
I didn't see this in our list of topics.
You didn't see that? The producer needs to give you better notes then, or you need to read them closer.
Cam Newton. Oh, it's right
It's
here.
right there. Cam
You know,
Newton.
I see
And
it. It says Pats are better with Cam. And I thought you meant with the camera.
With cameras, as in like they like to cheat.
Yeah, I was
as
just
in like Spygate.
I was all for this topic.
Go on and grab the back of your neck, like, and grab it twice. You said you thought I was talking about Spygate. No, nope. I'm not talking about regular camera. I'm talking about Super Cameron. Like, I'm talking about Cam Newton. I'm talking about
get your Cam Newton out of here.
Get my Cam Newton out of here. Like, nah, boy, I'm talking about Cam. Like, Cam said, yes, we can. Like, I'm done. Like, he said, yes, we can.
No.
Like, I'm weak. Like, nah, hey, you see my phone background? Tell the people to be mad. Like,
stop.
Super Cam Newton with the lightning behind him, too.
Get him
like,
out of here. What
are
you doing?
Mad. I need to trade for Cam in fantasy. Like, that's what I need to do.
It's not the Patriots.
Huh?
It's not the Patriots.
Who's not the Patriots?
Cam Newton's not the Patriots. And you know it.
Cam, look. People listen. They said that Aaron Rodgers. They said Aaron Rodgers wasn't the Packers.
He's not.
They said it was Brett Favre.
Brett Favre was the Packers.
And now it's Aaron Rodgers. And soon it'll be Jordan Love. And it used to be Bart Starr. It goes on, baby. And Cam, the way that Bill talks about Cam, I believe Cam is going to play. Hot take, I believe Cam.
You better hope.
Yeah, I better hope.
You better hope.
I'm not going to lie to you all. Last year, I almost cried when they said Cam Newton's career was over. I put my head down, and I was like, damn. How could they say that about that boy? Like, I was like, how could they say that about that boy? That's my man's. Like, you can't talk about him that way.
How's he going to lead the Patriots?
They talk about him like that on national TV.
How's he going to lead
I'll never
the
forget Max Kellerman and Stephen A. Smith. And I remember Max was talking about how Cam Newton never complained, even though he always played through the pain. Like, he never cried. He always put his best foot forward. And that's how Carolina treated him. That makes me sick. It honestly disgusts me. Like, I hope Carolina loses every game this season. Like,
dang.
I really do. Like, nah, I know what you want to talk about. I know you want to talk about your Bankies. You think that they're
My
good.
Yankees. Yo, actually, my Yankees did good tonight. I'll tell you. Oh, what?
I'll give you credit. The Yankees are peaking at the right time, and they're getting pieces
They
back. And it's
Toronto.
looking like a hurricane. It's looking like a hurricane that gathers storm slowly,
Toronto.
and you're like, huh. I wonder how strong this thing is going to be when, because, playoffs start in 6 days.
Really?
Baseball playoffs, the regular season is almost over. It looks like the Yankees are going to be, playing in the postseason. And yeah, the Yankees are peaking at the right time. I like the Twins. I think the Twins will give y'all some trouble. I think there's a lot of teams in the American League that'll give you trouble. I think that I think you got the Twins. The Indians haven't looked good to me recently, but the White Sox, the Windy City. What do you know about that? The Oakland Athletics look pretty good. Of course, they just had an injury to their first baseman. I can't remember his name, but no, baseball playoffs look exciting this year with 8 teams each. I'm thinking I like expanded playoffs. What do you think?
Expanded playoffs.
I mean, it makes the regular season less important, but the postseason becomes more fun. There's more teams, more opportunity for upsets.
So here's the only reason why I kind of prefer that. In COVID, I kind of want to see things a little bit later. Right now, it's like it's hard to get into it. We're still like really in the heat of COVID. I heard that Britain's numbers were on the rise. Is that right? Do you know?
Yeah, they say Europe is in trouble. I've heard some countries, and I heard. I'm not sure which countries in particular, but yeah, I've heard that things are getting ugly.
No,
in Europe.
really?
They say, yeah.
No, that's awful.
I mean, the weather is cooling now. Things are about to get ugly here. People don't know it. It's unfortunate. Wear your mask, people, and social distance. The other day, an ABC News article said 15% of athletes show signs of heart damage after COVID-19.
Really?
Per an Ohio State study.
No.
Yep. 15%.
Wow. I mean,
That's what it said.
it's 15 in every 100 people. That's 1 in every 10. A little bit over 1 in every 10 people.
They give you heart damage.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. There's no telling how long that heart damage lasts, if that's permanent or not. I'm not a scientist. I'm going to tell you, wear your mask and social distance. For the love of all that is good and holy. Indeed. Please. Do that for us. What I want to talk about is those Dodgers. Is this the year they finally do it for King Clayton? What do you say? Yes or no?
King Clayton.
King Clayton Kershaw. You heard it here first. That boy Clayton.
The Dodgers. I don't care about the Dodgers.
You don't care about the Dodgers.
Maybe it is. Who knows? I would have to watch them some more. I actually haven't really paid attention, but you've got me hip. I'm gonna look.
You gonna look? Okay. All right. Well, the last thing we're gonna say about sports is, what do you think about Celtics versus Lakers final? Old rivalry renewed. What do you know about that gangrene versus that mellow yellow? You heard it here first.
You know I've always been partial to the Lakers.
You said I've always liked the Lakers. It's the Lake Show.
Yes, sir.
And this year I hear that this year I heard they're doing it for Kobe. So it'd be interesting to see. AD hit a game-winning shot the other day and yelled out Kobe after he hit it.
No.
Everybody went crazy. Yeah, I was going to say they went nuts.
That's great.
I was like, it's just a shame that there's no fans there, because the fans are, game 2, that would have been in LA too. The fans would have stormed the court. They would be like, hey, I don't care about security. We're coming, bro. The party is here and
Yeah.
the party is now. Like, good grief. Like,
Oh,
nah.
that's fantastic.
Yeah, no, definitely. So big news in the video game world.
Oh,
Microsoft buys Bethesda. Buys the
wait.
parent company that owns Bethesda.
What?
That means that games like Elder Scrolls, Fallout, and Doom, and a number of others could all find themselves not on PlayStation. The console wars just heated up,
Well,
people.
you know how I feel about this as a PC master race kind of
As a
individual.
PC master race, I should push you off a cliff for saying that on this show. No, I've been thinking about getting a PC. I was telling the fellas, it's not a bad move. It's a good investment, I feel like. I was looking at a Republic of Gamers. It's like it's $1,500. I'm like, dang, you could just get a console for $5, like it'd be chilling. But like, yeah, it's something serious, bro.
No joke.
The console wars have definitely heated up. What do you think? Do you think Microsoft will make those exclusives, or do you think that they want the money from the sales on PlayStation? Or do you think they'd rather get the money from the sales on console and say, like, no, these are only on Xbox?
Oof. Wow. You know, it's hard to say. I would imagine Microsoft would probably want to spread their stuff out as much as possible.
Yeah, I don't take them as like Sony is like mine. Like they're fighting with Disney about like they're fighting with Disney about like Spider-Man stuff. Like Sony just screams like a mine, like a little third grader to me or something,
Well,
like
sheesh,
screaming
I
mine.
mean.
Like Microsoft,
Yeah.
I do expect Microsoft to share all of these, especially like the Elder Scrolls. I don't want to say there's no doubt in my mind, but no, don't get me wrong. I'm gonna be on Sony. I'm gonna be on PlayStation, but
No.
Sony definitely makes me think of a little kid saying "mine" with all the.
See, my
Like
only
they're-
worry now is like, is there going to be retaliation?
Oh, like Sony trying to purchase something.
Yeah.
Sony doesn't have the bread Microsoft does.
No, that's true.
It's unfortunate,
That's
but
fair.
here's the crazy part. People thought that they were going to buy the Batman series,
Ooh, Sony.
which would have been a wild move. Microsoft.
Oh.
Because then, like, you would have had Batman to counter Spider-Man. So, like, on Sony, you would have been like, oh, they have Spider-Man or whatever. But Microsoft,
Has Batman.
yeah, you'd be playing those Batman games.
Yeah.
Arkham City, like,
Straight
It's
up.
tough.
And I love the Batman series. The whole Arkham, everything was great.
yeah, those were some good games. That would have been interesting to see. But, and you know, who knows? We still might. Microsoft has a lot of money, and if you think after $7.5 billion, Microsoft has exhausted everything in the account, you're crazy. Remember, they had that money because they never got in on TikTok. I don't think.
No, they didn't.
I think Walmart purchased TikTok.
They purchased. Wait, what?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I saw in the trading news. This is
That's a
finance
real
people.
thing?
Walmart. Yeah,
Let me
Walmart
find
purchased
it back.
TikTok. It's like Walmart partnered up with Oracle or something. I don't know, but yeah, I could see how Doom becomes an Xbox exclusive just to add to their shooter repertoire. But,
Yeah, they acquired a 20% stake in TikTok Global.
which is like the American division or something crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I guess they're getting an American plant over here for WeChat. Very interesting. Speaking of that, because you know Trump was against TikTok, now Trump seems to be against. He's talking about a Fortnite and a League of Legends band.
Really?
Yeah, a band Fortnite, League of Legends, and actually one of my favorites, Rocket League. So yeah, I think he's trying to do it. Have you heard anything about this, Shade?
No, I haven't.
I think he's trying to do it because the parent companies have like servers in China or something, and so it's like a national security threat. He argues. So I think that's similar to TikTok. He's gonna argue that an American company needs to purchase the servers and put them in America, or something of that nature. The point is, I don't think he'll actually do it. Like it's just rumored. I believe it's those three games. Um, But yeah, if he does, talk about a way to turn an entire generation against you, like from the Supreme Court seat to all of this Black Lives Matter stuff to or I shouldn't say this Black Lives Matter stuff. I should say the handling of the Black Lives Matter movement. And then all you would need on top of all that, the icing on the cake will be a ban to everyone's favorite video games, whether it's, something like Rocket League. I know League of Legends is super popular. I've never played it, but I know a lot of heads really, really like it. Shout out to those folks out there listening tonight. And then, what was the other game? Oh, I think it was Fortnite. I was gonna say I know all my my nieces play Fortnite. Like every kid I know plays Fortnite. Like, so yeah, you want to talk about a way to lose a whole generation. And we've seen it before in American politics: domination by one party for a prolonged period of time. But we haven't seen anything greater than 12 years since the Democrats under FDR and Truman had their reign. But yeah, it'll all be interesting to see. That being said, Shade, do you have anything else you'd like to add on?
No, I think that honestly just about wraps it up.
That about wraps it up. So from your favorite roommates to you, we'd love to wish you a good night. This has been 86.5 The Vibe, and this has been a Fireside Chat. Hope you enjoyed it. Oh, so our producers are telling me that I should have said something about like liking and subscribing to the video, and maybe even like sharing it with your people or something. So yeah, if you guys can make that happen, it'd get me out of hot water. Thank you kindly. That being said, you all have a good night.